Hi guys, how you doing? Just a little update. That's all this is. Up here in the Northwoods, it's about 75, almost 78 degrees right now. The third week, going into the third week of October. And typically what takes place, they just shut down. And they came out about the first week and a half of October. Now they're going back in. And I'm there again, I'm just speaking of my area up here in the Northwoods. What takes place now, so basically I don't sit on my stand for a couple days. We got a cold front coming in a couple days and I'll be going back out. But I just wanted to tell you what takes place sometimes with these deer. It's a little deceiving that people don't realize. You see these right here? The red sugar maple. See, we had a windstorm yesterday, day before, and they were just dropping. It was just raining leaves. So we all agree it's sort of a freak out, especially for the does. All of a sudden their cover place is gone. But the point is, I'm looking also, and I'm finding more sign again, the deer gravitate for these leaves right here. The red maple, they love it. I think it's, don't quote me, but I believe it's anthocyanin is the pigment for this. It contains sugar. I mean, you can take these, and they're soft yet, if you notice, because he just fell. They're gobbling these up like crazy. Now, we're not all really fans of just open hardwoods, maple. There isn't much to offer, no understory, basically like this, nothing food value. But for a couple days, when these leaves come down, they do hit these. And I went to one of my spots that still has a camera, and sure enough, last night there was one hitting it about maybe 8 o'clock at night, beautiful buck. And he's on the edge of acorns and going into these maples. That's the one time they will hit through these maple stands. They will hit these red sugar maple right here. They love them. So, you know, it's a little tidbit. You might want to wonder where they're going, what they're doing. But believe me, right now they're still feeding up before they go into the breeding frenzy. It's not there yet. I'm finding a few rubs. You know, there again, it could be from when they shed their velvet, but nothing, no activity other than this. They're feeding up. Mine are gravitating closer to some of my acorns. I don't have many this year. You know, some areas that don't have, but if you have a large maple stand and you got those sugar maples, wouldn't be a bad place to set up a little bit if you know. It's hard to see trails. Let's face it, all the leaves on the ground, you can't tell that these are trails. It's a little tough, but you will see some scraping here and there, you know, where they're digging around. But generally they can suck these up, and there's no sign that they do it. They just come in, they suck it up, and with their leaves, with their tongues, and away they go. I mean, it's remarkable how they can tell what the sugar maple leaf is. I don't know if it's odor, because supposedly being colorblind, how much they can tell this one from a yellow maple, you know, but they do. It's just incredible. There again, as humans, we can make this into tea. It's a nice sweet tea if you want to, but you got to get them while they're flexible yet. See what I'm saying? In a couple days, these dry up, pigment is gone. It means nothing to the deer then. So if you're curious about what they're doing right now before the breeding takes place, before that Halloween, you know, issue takes place, is that they're basically doing that. They're feeding up. And it's so ungodly warm right now with their heavy coats. They're just laying back, coming out maybe at night, feeding on these. You might catch one, stumble on one here and there. But what I like to do, I like to check these areas, see what's active. And it's a good time for me to check different areas just to see if I can find any rub lines basically, or see what the country looks like right about now. It's a nice time to scout. That's about all. If you want to sit on your stand and sweat, that's up to you. That's cool. Well, it's not actually cool, but that's up to you. I get off for a couple days and I just do this. I go march around the woods I've never been before, and I see where these maples are like this. And I'm curious what the deer are doing. So all this is a little tidbit on what goes on here. So I tell you, just from this point, we are going to take a walk. I'm going to go down a swamp area and see if there's any bucks in this area. And if I find something, I'll show you. So let's stay tuned and let's go from there, okay? Well, I was just walking through new areas just after I got done speaking to you. And you might as well on a day like this. It's so crunchy, fresh leaves on the ground. It's just like cornflakes, you know, look at that. Just like cornflakes. And you know, you come, look at all these old rubs here. You just run into areas you've never been at before. You might as well do it on a day like this. It's hot, warm. And they're just going to go through this transition time of with the leaves being down before they pick it up next week, you know, towards the end of October. And I see, now look, I come across this. There's a little cutover area in the back. It's great. What I've noticed is way in the back, it drops down. Way down there. It looks like it drops down and over. Maybe there's a swamp over there. Tell you what we'll do. Well, here, look at. Now here, this is what you can find. Now that's fresh. You know, could have been when he shed his velvet. Look at that. I'll get all the sun. You know, be darned. See, he's working edge. So maybe he's from over in that area. He's coming out probably out of that lowlands, just like anywhere else. Let's cut over there and just see what we can find. Just for the heck of it, okay? Okay, I'm walking directly out. I was over there. That's where we were talking a little while ago. So I'm just cutting through. And this is the end of it. And look at, see, he did. I'm on a trail here. Holy crumps, look at this track. Probably hard to tell. Wow. And there's a rub right there. Let's see. Right there. Huh. Look at this track. See, he's taking that trail straight across. See, now it's not that hard. Areas you've never been before, you'd be surprised what you can find. Good staging area back here. Look at that. Okay. So he's here. He's coming out here in the evening, checking it all out. Let's see if there's any more sign. There's a nice spot back here. Look at this. Heading right into it. Now this is this area. So he was doing it in the last, what, couple weeks or so? Who knows? Okay. See here? That's an older one. Let's see, is this older? No, that's older. Definitely one little staging area here. What a nice setup. Hey, just think, look what he's got. Nobody, middle of nowhere. And he's parking it right here. He's just setting the stage. He's looking it all over. What a nice place you find days like this, you know? It's amazing. Let's continue on and see if he's got any more. See if he's heading down in that swamp. I'm sure he's coming from that area the way it looks like. Just something to do, guys. Okay, there's where we just were. Right over there. This is across from where we started. Now I'm just trying to see if I can find out where he goes into the bottom. It looks like a bottom area. Let's just walk along here and see what we got cooking here. Because there's a faint trail. Hard to see with all the fresh leaves. There's something. There's somebody tickling that one right there. Okay, so obviously they're coming, because it looks like it drops off right over there. Nice little area to hunt here right up on top. Oh my gosh. There's trail coming through here. Now here, look at this. Got that polished off. That looks pretty fresh. He's been polishing it as he comes through here. Okay, cool. Well, look at this. He's already got a little rub line going here. This early yet. Eh? Well, there again, remember, guys, all you're doing is taking a walk in the woods, and sometimes this is what you can fall into. This is a nice little spot here. Very nice spot. All I got to do is remember how to find it. Now, see, in a week or so, I would come back here and look for a scrape, the freshest scrapes. I love that kind of hunting. If I see a fresh scrape somewhere in a new area, I'm on it that night. If it's fresh, while the leaves are gone, hit it. Don't mess around. Let's see if we find out where he's going after that. See how it's dropping down? See that? I think hey, I'm up here. Look at here. Yeah, he's got some coming all the way down, going all the way up. That's not bad. He's got some good tines coming up in this area here. Look at that. And get a load of this. Yeah, it's a nice country. Look at there. Down it goes. Look at where he comes from. He lives down in that swamp. Look at that. Nice and cool, dark. Holy crumbs. Now that's how you find a new spot. Here it is. See how it comes up? And look what he's doing. He's coming up on top. the stage up in this area, looking it all over. But somewhere he's got to be scraping. Not now, obviously, but maybe in another week. You can find those. You can pinpoint them a little tighter, because he'll come out to that. And the week after that, he'll be checking even more. See, he comes up through here. Well, that's all I got, guys, right there. That's the story of a new area. Now, see what I mean? That's all it takes sometimes. Never been here. Don't even know really where I'm at. I'm in the back of some area and where they happen to cut over. Didn't even know that. Look at that. It's beautiful. I don't know how many years ago, but the point is, there's a swamp down here. Comes up here. It's the first place he's staging. Right here. Right through this area. And then he goes across. Goes and plays his games in another area over there. That's what you can do. Now, see, on days like this way you get an idea for not just your set blind areas. These are new areas that all of a sudden you can fall into. And they turn out to be really hot spots. But I wouldn't, I'm not going to leave this go until next week sometime, meaning just about towards the end of October, when they really ramp up in the scraping end of it. So after that, guys, that's it. I can't go any farther here. It's down in the swamp. And there's no point in me going down there, because I know he's down living in that area, and he's coming up here. He's got fresh scrapes. So I'm going to leave it from there. I just thought I'd give you a little update of what's going on going towards the third week of October. It's hot up here. The leaves fell. It's crunchy. It's fresh. They're freaking out because all the leaves came down the other night. And this is what we got. So you might as well go out and start snooping around, see what you can find. And there's a sign of just one buck starting. He's been coming through slow but sure. He's marking his territory. And that's what you do. Guys, take care and stay tuned. We'll try to keep you updated, okay? See ya.